Beautiful Igbos, I shot this video in my room with my phone and by myself. I'm not a public speaker, so please do not bother about professionalism here. I simply want to speak to us about an issue that bothers the heart. I've been campaigning for the total eradication of Osu, Ohu, and Umeka's practice in igboland, and I still want to use this medium to continue to speak to our conscience. I've read a couple of materials just to ascertain how Osu, Ohu, and Umekas became a norm in our society, and I share all with you. A community can buy a slave for the purpose of cleansing their land with human blood. A king can banish an individual or group of individuals that disobeys or challenges his orders. When Nri kingdom was seen as possessing the hereditary power, and their Eze, a potent that had the powers to undo evil, he went from community to community to cleanse their land with human blood, and any community that resisted him was declared Osu. Prisoners of war was also converted to Osu, and a freeborn who commits atrocity can also or could have been converted to Osu by the Afa priest and the king. I've also been opportune to speak with a couple of freeborns who still believe that Osus are irredeemable in the 21st century. One said to me, "Tofiakwa, I don't want to incur the wrath of my ancestors." And I asked him how he became a norm in his society, in his community. He said, in those days when they were strong men that will enter your house and take away whomever they desire, and nobody will be able to challenge them. So for the fear of these strong men, people ran to the deities for protection. So it was simply a case of oppressed versus the oppressor. A slave is an individual who lived a normal family life until he or she was kidnapped and sold into slavery. We all know the trauma families go through each time a loved one is kidnapped. Inasmuch as I'm not here to judge what is wrong from right, but we need to understand what we practice. Let's call evil by the name. Let's describe it in all shades of its colors. Let's condemn it in its totality. Osu, Ohu, and Umekas has lost the basis for its continuous existence in our community. Our forefathers created a system in darkness. They were uneducated and lacked general information. The gods have not wreaked any havoc. I still maintain that Osu, Ohu, and Umekas system was not instituted by the gods. Our forefathers simply created a system which is no longer valid in the 21st century. The United Nations World Declaration Article 1 states, and I quote in part, "All human beings were born free and equal in dignity and right." The Nigerian Constitution frowns at any form of marginalization or discrimination. The defunct Eastern States Assembly abolished Osu and all of its kinds in the Eastern States 58 years ago. But it's so disheartening that my people have all continued in this obnoxious, evil, and satanic tradition. I call on all well-meaning Igbos in Nigeria and in diaspora. I call on Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, Mazi John Nwodo. We can't be seeking for restructure when we are adamant to restructuring our own tradition. We can't run to the UN and the rest of the world when we have refused to obey the World Declaration, the Nigerian Constitution, and the Eastern States law regarding marginalization, human dignity, and rights. Ohaneze Ndi Igbo's mission is to foster unity among its members. Let's purge ourselves of hate, discrimination, and marginalization before we accuse the Nigerian government of the same. I ask, and I will continue to ask, what are the benefits of this tradition in igboland? In this time and age, we shouldn't have a place for inhuman treatment against each other. They are our brothers and sisters by blood. If we eliminate this evil tradition, we would have succeeded in eliminating one of the reasons why Igbos can't speak in one voice. Let's find a purpose as a tribe. They shout Biafra with us. Their votes will count during referendum, yet we call them the invalid. I ask again, how will Biafra be with the presence of this tradition? Another zoo? Someone also said that our force system has to be abolished before Osu can be abolished. My take is that Ofo is a piece of wood carved by a man, given powers to by a man through spoken words. Our present kings, elders can also reverse it through their spoken word. I implore all kings from Imo, Anambra, Abia, Enugu, Ebonyi State to come together and end this evil that our forefathers left behind. It is a threat to our unity. I speak to all our brothers and sisters in the entertainment industry to throw their weight and lend their voices. Let's end this evil. Let's come together for once as a people and do the needful. We are Ifetaxos. Our drive is love, and our passion is freedom and justice for all.